Today I'm sharing my 4 faves and a fail for April 2021. Number 1 on my list of faves this month is the Inky List's Oat Cleansing Balm, which I have found really good. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now and I think it's going to replace my previous fave, which was the Clinique's Take the Day Off. I really like the texture of this. When I read that it was oat, I just thought maybe it's going to have some sort of exfoliating properties in it, but it doesn't at all. There's no grittiness at all. It feels, well, it goes on the skin a bit like an ointment, and there it is. You can see it's clear. It comes out a bit sort of yellowy, but it develops into this sort of clear oil. It feels oily really on the skin, but oh, it's really nice. Feels really comfortable to put on, and it really does take the makeup off. It takes the, sorry, I'm just wiping off, cleaning my hand. It really does take off all your makeup. I mean, I do a second cleanse with another sort of more lotiony cleanser, but I find that this really does take that first cleanse. It really helps to do the first cleanse properly, including taking off the eye makeup, and it's very reasonably priced. It has no scent in it, which is really important to me because I'm quite allergic to any products with scent. Although, to be fair, with the cleanser, it only stays on for, what, 30 seconds or something. But nevertheless, I prefer to use a product that doesn't have any scent in it. And this is really good, and it's so much cheaper than the cleansing balm, the Clinique cleansing balm, Take the Day Off, which I think is about £26 in the UK. This is only £9.99 in the UK, so it's very reasonably priced, and hence it's my new fave for April, number 1. Number 2 on the list is the Blue Sky Gel Nail Starter Kit. And I have started with the starter kit to do my own gel nails. I used to go to a salon fairly regularly, probably about every 3 weeks, to get my gel nails done, and they were wonderful and I did love them, but it's a huge expense. It was at least 40 quid a pop, and then on top of that you've got your tips, and if you were going every 3 weeks, I mean, well, you do the maths, so it was really quite expensive and also time consuming. So I thought during lockdown, and I've only just come to this, as I say, in April, so literally about 4 weeks ago. I'm making this in May now, but I just thought, actually, I'm going to give it a go because, okay, yeah, it's nearly 60 quid, but when you think about it, if it's going to be 40 quid a pop plus tips each time you go, you soon make your money back. So I thought, well, how bad can it be? I'll give it a go. Watch lots of YouTube videos, including one specifically for Blue Sky, who are the company that I bought it from. I think they're French. Anyway, it's been a great success. I have to admit, this second outing, so this is the second time I've done them, and here they are. These are the nails. I don't know if you can see. Let me do it like this. It went really well. I read the instructions very carefully. The first time I probably was a little less slapdash than the second time, but it went extremely well. And I'll show you the kit. So what you've got is you get your curing machine, I suppose it's called, and this is where you put your nails underneath to dry the polish. It's really simple. You literally just turn it on and either choose 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Then you've got your buffer, which you have to use before you put the polish on, and you've got 2 coats, one top coat, one base coat, which come that's the base coat there. This is the top coat. I mean, you can't really tell what they are, but they're just like clear polishes. And then in the starter kit, you actually get 3, sorry, I'm making a terrible racket here. You get 3, oh, here it is. You get 3 different colours. To be honest, they're not all everybody's cup of tea in terms of colours. The pink is the best. I really like the pink. I don't think it looks like that. It shows, I don't know whether you'll see that on the camera. It's not as pale maybe as that looks in real life. Then you've got a red, and you've also got a black. I'm not sure that I'd wear black. I think it's black. But I still think it's a reasonable price for the colours, and if you like black, and I think I might give it a go maybe in the autumn, I think it's definitely worth a punt. And then you get full instructions as well. And I think it's pretty straightforward. The most important thing that you have to remember is to do the lightest possible coats you can, particularly well, all of them actually, the base coat, the colour, and you want to probably put 2 coats at least on with the colour, and then the top coat. They've got to be really, really light, which can be tricky. And the other tricky thing, of course, is if you're right-handed like I am, trying to do your right hand with your left hand, or vice versa if you're left-handed, is a bit tricky. But it will come with practice. And I think, okay, I did actually screw up my thumbs. They're not great, I'm not going to show you. But, you know, the other fingers look quite okay, I'd say. And it'll last me for 3 weeks. So I think it's well worth it, and definitely number 2 of my April faves. Number 3 of my April faves is the Sigma palette in the colour Way Hazy. And let me open it up for you. This is what it looks like. I was introduced to this by Kimberly of Pretty Over 50, who does wonderful YouTube videos. You should watch her for the mature woman. And she did a fantastic smoky eye with this, and I think I also saw Lisa Eldridge use one the other day, and I really love the colourways. I've always been a little bit reluctant to buy palettes. I've never really used many of the colours in the palettes I've had in the past. And actually, back in the day, I used to buy Bobbi Brown, well, I still buy Bobbi Brown, but I used to buy Bobbi Brown, not palettes, but maybe the quads, and then you could choose the colours you put in. And to be honest, nearly all my colours were various versions of brown. That's all I had. I hardly ever veered off. I might have had a plum here or a lilac there, but that was about as radical as I went. So that's probably why I've been a bit reluctant. I did have a Charlotte Tilbury one. I think I've still got it somewhere. I think it was the first Pillow Talk one, which I quite liked, but the colours were a bit warm for me, and I'm not really a warm toned person. I'm definitely more cool. Anyway, I really love this palette. I'm wearing a couple of the colours today. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? Mist, and looks like Bellflower. I really recommend checking this out. If I could swatch them, I would, but I think my skin colour is a bit too dark, but if I come close, maybe you can see a little bit of what's on my eyes. Anyway, it's definitely worth checking out. Some of the colours are really beautiful. In fact, they're all the colours are really beautiful. And I haven't tried them all, but I certainly will. In fact, tonight I'm hoping to go out to the pub with my husband, weather permitting, because we're only allowed to sit outside at the moment. So I'm going to amp up a bit for tonight. I might try some of the more glittery ones. So anyway, I'm really excited about this palette. I've used it quite a bit already. I've only had it a couple of weeks. So that is my 3rd favourite for April. My 4th favourite for April is a Huda Beauty lipstick. So during lockdown, I've really struggled to find makeup that I think is going to suit me, because you can't try them on, and particularly lipsticks and foundations. Anyway, I really succeeded with this one. I've had a few other fails, which weren't in April, so I haven't included them, but I might do a whole, thing about how to choose lipsticks online without having to go to the store. This one is the Huda Beauty, I'm just looking at my notes to see that I give you the right name, but everything I talk about will be listed in a link below. This is the Power Bullet Matte Lipstick in Girls Trip, and again, I think this was another Kimberly suggestion. And that's the colour there, and I'm wearing it today, and I think it's really beautiful. It's got a fantastic constituency. Too many elections I've been watching lately. Consistency. And it's really creamy, it's matte, but it's not too matte, it's not drying in any way. It feels really lovely. Let me put some on, so you can see. I've got it on already, but just to show you. It just feels really beautifully creamy, and I love the case that it comes in. This is the case here. It's got that sort of ombre decoration to it, and although it's a very light, it's not an expensive, I wouldn't say, case. It's got a very satisfying click. There's a little magnetic thing going on there, and I think it looks really beautiful. So I'm really pleased. I might try another shade at some point, so I'm really delighted with that. So that is my number 4. And now we're coming to my one fail of the month is the Prime Cosmetics, or Cosmetics spelled C-A-U-S, Metics, Prime Lash Mascara, and this is it here. Now the reason I chose it was because one of the influencers that I follow on Instagram, who's a mature woman like myself, she had recommended it, she'd tried it, she'd showcased it on her feed, and it looked fantastic, and she'd actually put it on as she was being filmed, or filming herself rather, and you could see that it definitely worked on her. But but I'm really sorry to say it didn't work for me at all. I tried it out when I first got it because I'm always really excited when I get a new mascara, and it's always the search for the holy grail, isn't it? Is this going to be the one that's going to really beautify my lashes, going to thicken them, it's going to volumize them, it's going to really knock all the others out of the park? Well, this one definitely didn't do it for me at all. I found it a bit clumpy. I didn't find it did any volume. It certainly didn't make them curl in any way, which is interesting because the wand is, it's one of those rubberized wands. I don't know if you can see it there. I mean, I personally prefer a big thick brush just because you always feel like you're going to get more product on, but that isn't necessarily the case, I know. This is one of those bendy, it's a bendy rubbery one like that. And when I looked at the ingredients, I was hoping to see something, or I was expecting to see something that said that would show that it was meant to help grow or improve your lashes, because that's kind of what the website says it will do, and it's particularly aimed at women over 50. But I'm afraid there was nothing in there that I could see that was going to do that. It's a water-based mascara, as is my favourite mascara, and I will do a whole thing on mascaras. My favourite mascara, which is the Steeler. Of course, I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't read it, but that's the Steeler. Anyway, I'll link it down below for you. It's also a water-based mascara, but this gives me, well, you can see on the brush, it's a super thick product. And I love that, and that's what I'm wearing today. I don't know if you can see, if that shows you anything. So it's still water-based. It has loads more ingredients than the cosmetics one. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I'm afraid this one just didn't do it for me at all. So that's my one fail. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I do hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, because it helps other people find my channel. And I really look forward to hearing reading your comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!